Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the UMIDIGI Note 100A to the left, and we're also going to be covering the UMIDIGI G9T to my right. And so yeah, we're going to be talking about the battery life, gaming, the displays, also the features, and price, everything like that, as well as cameras and build quality. Make sure you guys stay locked in to the end of the video. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're new, make sure you stay locked in for more videos just like this. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So first, I want to start with what comes inside of the box for each phone. So on the Note 100A, you're actually going to be getting a warranty as well. You get the screen protector built right into the phone. This is going to have that punch hole cutout, which is kind of solid. And you also do get a charging brick in here. This does support 20 watts, but this is like, I think, less than that. So it's this will support 20 watts fast charging. You also do get a cable in here, which is type A to type C, and you also get your SIM remover tool. Another thing that's solid is that they do offer a case as well, so you can actually pop this on there and get a little bit of protection when you're using the Note 100A. So I definitely think that's going to be a pretty solid feature. Now, when it comes to the unboxing experience of the G9T, this does support 18 watts fast charging, and you do get your warranty as well as a smoky case. So this is actually pretty cool because they do include the case with this one as well. That's one of the things I like about UMIDIGI phones, is that they do offer you like a screen protector as well as a case whenever you need it. So I think that's going to be a solid thing about this phone, is that it does offer those accessories. You also do get your same exact cord, type C to type A. The SIM remover tool I took out of here because I was using it. And then you also do get the charging brick inside, but just keep in mind, it might not be the 18 watt fast charging brick. It might just be like a standard, charging brick. Now that we got that out of the way, these phones definitely appear and look very similar at first glance. So first thing you're going to notice is the camera units are almost identical when it comes to how they look. On the left side, you have your SIM remover slot as well as your expansion of your storage on here. So they both do offer expansion of the storage, which I'm going to get into later. And then you also do have, the headphone jack right up at the top, as well as a microphone right up at the top. So I definitely think that's going to be a pretty solid thing that they do offer, dual mics, because they do actually have, both of them have another mic at the bottom as well as type C, and a speaker at the bottom. So we're going to get into the sound test as well, so we can kind of compare the speakers too, and yeah, just kind of get into this a little bit more detail. So they're offering the volume rockers, the power button with the fingerprint. So let's do a test on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on one second. It's telling me to swipe up to unlock. Hold on, let me pause the video real fast. So I actually just got a software update on the G9T right here. So it's telling me to restart the device immediately. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and install that real fast. All right, so the G9T did successfully complete the update. So now I'm gonna continue to do the comparison. Now, as far as the price, you could get this Note 100 for around $129 on Amazon. I'll make sure I leave the cheapest link down below. And you could actually get the G9T for around $110. So really good price points. You can see the difference in the notches. So the G9T is going to have that little slight little curve for the little teardrop notch. And then we actually do get the punch hole cutout on the Note 100, which I really do like. It looks really good on the Note 100. So yeah, definitely going to be a solid display on both of these. But just keep in mind that they will have different cutouts when it comes to that camera, which is going to basically be on the front of both devices. And it's the same camera for both of these on the front, and it's going to be an 8 megapixel. So yeah, there's going to be about a $30 price difference between both of these smartphones. There's also going to be slight differences when it comes to the performance. Basically, I'm going to get into that in just a second. But as far as the displays, they both are HD plus, which is basically 720 displays times 1600, and they both look pretty good. And I'm going to show you them side by side when we're testing out like a YouTube video. But yeah, they both actually feel really nice. They have Android 14, which is cool. One of the things that both of these devices don't have is NFC. So if that's something that's going to make or break your decision to buy a smartphone, I just want to let you know that it won't have NFC on here. I did check and I didn't see that feature. So yeah, some people may need the NFC feature just in case you forget your wallet at home and you still want to make mobile payments while you're out and about. Like, I think that's something that I use every day. When I'm on lunch, I just take my phone with me, and I always have my phone, but I leave my wallet and my bag at work. And so, yeah, that's a feature that I use every day. So yeah, I always have a secondary phone that has that, but just want to throw out there that these won't have NFC, but they do offer the 3.5mm headphone jack, which is also cool. And they also do have, basically that FM radio as well on both of these. So let's test out the fingerprint sensors on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that one last time. 1, 2, 3. And it does seem like it's faster on the Note 100A. So I just want to mention that. They basically look identical. And when it comes to the texture on the back, you get like this looks almost like a feather pattern, which is really it gives you a vibe every time you look at it. It's almost like a feather of either like some type of bird. But yeah, it definitely looks really gorgeous and elegant. It also does look quite handsome when you're looking at it to the naked eye. This one is like brush strokes, so it looks really good too. I really like how they put these on there. They're smooth, so you can't feel like the pattern that you're looking at, but I just think that aesthetically it's very pleasing to the eye. When I'm looking at both of these devices, they both look really good when it comes to the overall designs on these. So yeah, definitely think UMIDIGI did a good job when it came to designing these. So let's try that fingerprint sensor one more time. And it just seems a little bit more responsive on the Note 100A. That was almost a tie. Let's try that one more time. So yeah, pretty similar when it comes to the fingerprint sensors. Let me show you guys the displays on both phones. All right, so I got the same video set up on both. Let me lower the volume so they don't get too loud on either one. And we're gonna do a speaker test in just a second, but I kind of want to show you the quality that we're getting on both. So if I go into the quality, these phones are slippery because of the back. It's just really smooth on both of these. So go into advanced and you can see both of them have 1080 60 frames per second. So I'm gonna put them side by side so you can see what they look like face down. And yeah, they both look really good when it comes to looking at these. So you can see that the punch hole on the Note 100A is really nice, and you also do get that dewdrop cutout on the GT9. So yeah, as far as I can see, they both look really good. The image does look a little bit bigger on the GT9, so I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, they're both going to give you gorgeous displays. So you get the 20:9 aspect ratio on both, 6.8 inches on the Note 100A and 6.75 inches on the G9T. They're both going to give you 85% of usable display to look at when you're viewing content and stuff like that. As far as the release date for both of these devices, the Note 100 came out about 30 days ago, and the GT9 came out about 6 months ago. So the GT9 is a little bit older, and the Note 100 just came out like a few months ago. So I just want to mention that. Now, when it comes to the storage on both of these devices, if you go all the way down into about phone, it's going to give you some of the specs. So I wanted to show you that side by side so that we can see that. So we do have Android 14 on both of these devices. They're both giving you the ability to have 4 gigabytes of RAM. You actually get virtual RAM on this one as well as this one. So you can see that this one has 256 gigabytes of internal storage, and this one has 128 gigabytes of internal storage. And the other thing is that they both have Unisoc processors. So you have the T615 on the Note 100A, and then you have the Unisoc T606 running on the GT9. So they do get updates every now and then. I just updated the GT9. And you can see right here, the GT9 is getting another update, which is in another language, whereas the Note 100A is actually up to date. So yeah, that's one thing. I just can't read this language right here, so I'm gonna hold off on downloading it. But yeah, the update that I had downloaded before was in English. So let me see something real fast. Let me see if I could get my my translation tool from my Google Pixel Fold real fast to tell me what this says. So if I go into translate right now, it should give me the option to, let me see, translate. And then let me do picture. I forget how do you do picture. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, camera. And then let me read this real fast. So this says, it's in Spanish. So I'm going to translate that to English. Or hold on one second. Translate to English, okay? And then this is Chinese. All right, so let's take a look at what that update says right now. So it says fixes bugs. And it says right here, install now, the device will restart and enter upgrade mode. The whole process should take several minutes. So do not perform any operations during this period to avoid update failure. So this does say it's the February patch, the February 28th, 2025 update. So yeah, this is the latest update for the G9T, which is actually pretty cool to see. Now I want to jump into the cameras so we can kind of see the difference between both. I'm going to open these up right now. And so you can see they have similar features with everything. You also get 3 times right there. So if you tap that, you get 3 times on the capture mode. When you hit it real fast, you're going to see like this toggle appear on the right hand side of the screen. And it goes away real fast, but it tells you right here, you can control the autofocus and the aperture, but actually to zoom in, you have to use your 2 fingers to swipe, and you can get 10 times zoom as well. So you have to use your 2 fingers to swipe. But one of the things about the settings is if you use the volume key for zoom, that's going to make it a lot easier to zoom in. So all you have to do is just touch this, and then you can zoom in up to 10 times or whatever. So yeah, they both have that capability right here. So I just changed, yeah, that's actually already changed to zoom. And then, yeah, you can just kind of zoom in up to 10 times on both of these devices when it comes to zooming into the camera. So yeah, I usually do that just because, I don't like swiping that much. So you have portrait on both, you have night mode on both. You also do have the QR. So these are identical camera systems. So yeah, let's do a couple of shots real quick so we could just compare the cameras. Let's go into settings right now. And all the settings look pretty much the same for both of these phones. So there's nothing like that one has that the other doesn't. So I just wanted to show you that. But I'm going to put some subjects in the line of view real fast, just so we can have something to take a couple of snaps of real quick. So let's go ahead and open up the cameras. Let's go into the capture mode for both. And let's see if I can stand him up a little bit. So let's do the UMIDIGI G9T real fast and just make sure it focuses in. And I just tap to focus on there because it was like kind of blurry. Now I'm going to do the same shot on this guy right here, and I'm going to turn HDR on just because it was on for the G9T. And let's do the tap to focus as well, and then take a shot. And let's kind of compare these images and see what the difference between the image quality is on both. So right away, I'm seeing that the 100 has a little bit more saturation. Where the hat is like a little bit more of a darker color of a green. They both pick up details really well. Also a little bit more contrast on the background, like it doesn't look as white on the G9, on the G100A. It looks a little bit more like darker. This one looks a little bit more whiter. So they definitely give you more saturation on the colors for the on the Note 100A. That's the first thing I noticed when it comes to these. So yeah, you get a little bit more saturation when it comes to the colors, which I don't ever hate that. I always like when they give you a little bit more saturation. Let's do a quick selfie test on both of these cameras and kind of to see which one is going to take a better selfie. So they took a couple seconds to take the shot. They both actually look good. I don't really have a preference here. They both look really good. So they almost look identical, actually. So it's really hard to tell which one took a better shot, but they both have really good colors and they represent what I'm basically, my face looks good on both. So yeah, I think it's kind of even when it comes to the front cameras, but when it comes to the rear cameras, you're definitely going to get a little bit more saturation on the photos for the for the Note 100A. So as far as the cameras are pretty good. You're getting they're 13 megapixel main cameras on both, 8 megapixels on the front of both. And so yeah, they're pretty similar when it comes to the sensors that they use. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, both displays are 720 by 1600 with 260 pixels per inch on both of these. As far as the pixel density, the only difference is that you're getting, let me show you right now inside of the settings. If you go into settings and go under display, one of the main things that you're going to see is that the colors are a lot different. So this looks more of a reddish tint to it when I'm looking at it to my naked eye. I'm not sure if I have eye care mode on or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, extra dim is off. And yeah, so the dark mode is on, but I don't know why I'm getting that reddish tint. So yeah, if I go right here inside of the displays, I want to show you right here. So we get 90 hertz refresh rate, and we also do get 120 hertz refresh rate on the Note 100A as well. So yeah, they're going to give you a higher refresh rate, and we're going to test out the graphics and the gaming, but I just wanted to jump into a quick speaker test and then also a speed test on these. All right, so this is the Note 100. This is the Note 100A. All right, so that's the Note 100. This is Note 100A. Now I'm going to jump into the G9T and show you the same test right now. So that's the G9T. Let me do the Note 100 one more time, the Note 100A, just so I could verify which one was louder. You know, it's really close. Like I can't really tell which one was louder. I think the Note 100A was slightly louder when it came to the audio quality. Now I do want to do a performance test. So first we're going to do the app opening just to see which one opens up apps faster. So I'm going to close out all the apps in the background real fast. clear all. And then we're going to jump into some apps. So this is the G9T on the right and the Note 100A on the left. So let's jump into our apps right now. And let's go ahead and test out YouTube 123. So that looked like it was the Note 100A, everything loaded up faster, Aliexpress. That was the, well, let me try a different app that loads up all the way. So let's do, this one's actually downloading something in the back. It has the app update right there. Let's do Amazon Music, 1, 2, 3. I'm probably not logged in. Yeah, I'm not logged in. So that was the Note 100A, but I wasn't logged in. Let's do Meta, 1, 2, 3. That looked like the Note 100A. Let's do IG, 1, 2, 3. That was the Note 100A again. Colors look very comparable as well when I'm looking at both of them side by side. Obviously, the 120 the 120 refresh rate looks a lot better when I'm scrolling. So I could definitely see that that's a lot smoother than on the G9T. I could definitely see the difference when I'm comparing them side by side. Bible, 1, 2, 3. It looks like the G9, the one Note 100 again took that one. So yeah, let's see if I could actually get a win for the G9T, but it looks like the Note 100 is taking every single just taking everything away from the G9T right now when it comes to speed. FM radio, 1, 2, 3. And that was a tie. So yeah, as you can see, both are pretty quick. Let's do clock, 1, 2, 3. So that was like the same time. So yeah, both have similar speeds when it comes to opening apps, but I would give the slight advantage to the Note 100. Now let's jump into some gaming on both of these. All right, guys. So when it comes to the when it comes to the Note 100A, this is gonna have the Unisoc Tiger 615, which is basically the newer out of the two. Graphics actually look pretty good on here as we're giving you the Mali G57 MP1. And so basically, essentially what that means is this is going to be entry-level gaming, but it's not going to have the gyroscope, but it will have accelerometer, light sensor, proximity sensor, stuff like that. So basically, let me land and then I'll show you how it looks when we're gaming on here. So this does have a high touch sampling rate, 240 touch sampling rate on here. So the responsiveness to and timing when you're tapping it feels like it's very quick and responsive. So that's one of the advantages of you gaming on this one, is it has the 240 hertz touch sampling rate, which is going to be really good for gaming performance, and it's going to improve accuracy and overall performance. So if I go into the graphics right here, it's going to be running basically high refresh rate. Let me hit better graphics. And you can hit customize, and now it'll show you that it's running on smooth and high performance. I just saw the screen adjust to the light. It has like the auto brightness on right now, so I'm going to turn that back up because I saw it go down. Actually, all right, now it's good. So I heard a gunshot this direction. So yeah, I definitely like the graphics on here. It's very playable. So let's just jump into the G9T now. All right, so this is the G9T right now, and I'm using smooth and high refresh rate. For better frame rate, you can click better graphics or frame rate. So I'm just gonna hit the better frame rate one. And then let's just jump into it. So I could already tell that it doesn't have the 240 hertz refresh rate on here. So let me go into this level right now. It does feel pretty smooth. It's the T606, so it's like not as powerful as the T615. So I just want to mention that, but it does look smooth right now. So here I am landing. Yeah, so far it does look smooth. No glitchiness, no stutters. This is definitely playable. It looks really smooth as far as graphics wise. So I'm noticing that it's pretty smooth right now when I'm turning. Let me grab a weapon. So no lag, no stutters, no slowdowns. Everything seems to be pretty good. You do kind of notice that the 90 hertz is different than the 120 hertz. And also you do notice that it doesn't have the 240 hertz touch sampling rate, but it's nothing that's like going to drive you crazy because it's pretty much very similar. I think I hear somebody coming. He's gonna get the pokey. So yeah, I got first blood right there. I could definitely say that this is definitely playable when it comes to gaming. So yeah, if you were looking to pick up either one, I think they would both be good for gaming, especially PUBG when it comes to playing on here. But let me know what you guys think overall about both of these devices. I'm going to close this out and kind of wrap up the video, but I definitely like both. I think that the extra storage is going to be helpful. You get 256 and you get 128 on this one. The touch sampling rate is definitely noticeable. I like the fact that they both have headphone jacks as well, but you can definitely feel the smoothness is a lot better. As far as the displays, they're very similar, but I do like that punch hole cutout on the Note 100A. It just looks really good. The RAM expansion, you can obviously get four extra right here, but you will have to reboot the phone. So you can get that. As far as the features, I want to show you. So you do got your option to do gestures or 3-button screen recording. Right here, you can start screen recording. You can do emergency rescue, gesture control, which does 3-finger screenshot, and other screenshots right there. This one right here will give you the option to do the same thing, except you get glove mode on here too. So yeah, this GT9 has like that eye care mode, which is gonna help you when you're looking at it, like with the eyes and stuff. So it's definitely gentle to the eyes. And overall, I definitely think both of these devices have a lot of features to offer. And there goes the pocket mode on this one. So yeah, they're just packed with a whole bunch of features built in that I think would be helpful for most people. But let me know what you guys think down below. Which one would you pick up? If you had to spend an extra $30, would you pick up the Note 100A? Or, you know, is the G9T right up your alley? But hopefully you guys did find this video helpful. If you're still here, just type down below, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm. I hit you back. I'll check you guys later. Namaste.